here to show us what that means. So Dave, over to you.
Great. Thanks, Steve. So if we can switch to the demo view. So what I have in front of you here, what you're looking at, is two WebIntelligence 4.0 reports. And what I'm going to ask you to do is imagine along with me here that you work for a car company. And what you have been given is some insight that we might need to have a recall. The reason I have two reports here is because one is going against a traditional data warehouse, a leading database that many of you might be using, and one is going against HANA. We've obviously been innovating in in-memory for some time with what we've done with Business Warehouse Accelerator, still a great solution for accelerating our business warehouse. Of course, with IQ, the columnar database. But HANA is the big one from a new innovation that we wanted to highlight.
And what does HANA stand for, by the way?
A high-performance analytical appliance.
And that's our in-memory solution.
Our in-memory solution. And well, I'll kick off these two reports and talk a little bit more about what we've done. We have our WebIntelligence system, our new universe underneath, connected to these two systems, and against 250 million records. And what we're trying to understand is, what is the impact that we potentially have if we were to undertake this recall? How many customers affected, how many models, what dealers we maybe need to inform, and what is the ultimate cost to our organization? Now, the fundamental difference, of course, when it relates to these two systems is that you can see on the right, or actually left on that one, and that HANA has already returned. Our other system, well, I happen to know it's going to take a little bit of time, so I'm going to jump into WebIntelligence and show you some great kind of functions and features of WebIntelligence. Well, we give that system a little bit of time to return. And for those of you who do any sort of ad hoc analysis, and support those systems, you know very much that these systems, you're looking at the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of records that you're going to unleash on your users, but you're not counting it in the hundreds of millions, which is really what we're doing here and demonstrating for you right now. So as we look at the report that we've actually created, it's got a couple of features and functions that I want to show for you. Now, if we imagine a scenario where what we're actually trying to do is, after we've got some sense of what is the information that's relevant for this recall, perhaps we want to distribute that out to our dealers. And so in this view that we have here, in consuming the actual report, we have the information that would be sold for dealers. I might be an individual dealer now looking to try to find the information that's relevant for me. So I might be in California. I am searching the data, and my name of my dealership starts with D. Easy way to be able to find the information. That's something we could do before. But where it goes a little bit further now is when I click on Duke, in this case, as the name of my particular dealership, you see first off here, a bubble chart appearing. So charting is one of the big things that we've worked on and advanced in the latest version here. And so we have common charting across our platform, but new and improved, heat maps, bubble charts, a lot of other features that all of you have been requesting. But more importantly, what I wanted to show you here was the interactive elements. When I click and interact with the actual report and the chart, when I click on one of those bubble chart elements, it actually shows me a table that relates to the element I've clicked on. This is a new feature, new functionality we call linking. And it's very easy to set up. So why don't I quickly show you here in the actual view how easy it is to set that up. So I'm just going to quickly switch down from the scrolling, get back to our main report, which had our couple of charts and a couple of tables. And I'm just going to go and show you how simple it is to create that linking effect. So if I select this donut chart that we have, and I use our new layout of our toolbar that makes it very simple and easy to find the different workflows, different elements of the report that you might work with, it's as simple as here as going over to the linking and saying, I want to link that element. Now, we can help you to navigate through and find the objects that you want to link to. You can set names for the different link paths, or you might have multiple of these. But in this case, it's quite simple, in that I just want to pick the elements that I want to link with. And you can see we're trying to be helpful here and show you when you select them what objects you're actually linking to. All of the magic of trying to figure out what context to pass back and forth when we've done this, all of that we're taking care of for you. And now when I go in, and on this particular green section of my donut chart, when I select that, you can see over here that we've actually changed the view. So I can switch here, make it 2005 instead, and we can see 2005 appearing. So just a simple way that we can make it easy for you to interact with the report, so get the beautiful visualization, but also help you with the interactivity and some of that guided navigation that you might want to do. There's one other thing I wanted to show you quickly here, just as we're talking about some of the big data challenges. I'm not going to go through and show you a lot here in terms of interactivity in this particular tool. But this here, what you're looking at, is actually our semantic layer that's been radically updated in this release to support a number of new capabilities. And what's important to note here is one thing that's quite subtle, which is that there's two colors represented in this entity diagram. And those two colors represent the two sources of information that we are modeling and bringing together in a single universe. So we've absolutely been listening to you. We know that one of the, if not the most requested functionality feature of our universes is to support multi-source. And so I'm happy to say that we've delivered that in the 4.0 version. We've also known the second most requested, which was that make the universe native across our tool set. I'm also happy to tell you that we have delivered on that in this release as well. So why don't we quickly switch over and take a look and see if that, no, that query still hasn't returned, and we're out of time. So back to you, Steve.
Dave, thank you for that. I think that was fantastic. Thank you.